Good morning and welcome to My Left Ear. I'm Carrie Freeman, the writer, producer, director of My Left Ear. I do it all. And today it's the weekly runes. It is Monday, September 18th, and these weekly runes will be from September 18th to September 25th. And My Left Ear is a left-leaning political and psychic commentary with the ancient runes. I read the ancient runes, and sometimes I just get direct information through my left ear. It can happen at any time. I had a long conversation with a colleague yesterday, and I kept getting answers. It was like crazy. She got like a free reading. When I'm not here, I'm an author and I'm a change agent. I have written 2 books and updating one and extending and rewriting the Good Evidence book, and I'm almost done with that. So I help people with creative issues in writing. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, meaning I really help people with issues, solving problems and habits. And like tomorrow, there's a woman coming to me that has a terrible fear of dogs, just to give you an example. And I don't know her history, so I'll find out her history. Now, what's interesting about this is that maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I was mauled by a dog, a friend's dog, a terrier, not a giant dog, a mid-sized dog. And I'd been around this dog a whole bunch of times. It was really bad. The dog tore up my right arm, and I have pictures of it. So I'm glad she's coming to me. And you know what? Maybe I'll tell you about this story because I met I have to learn how to pronounce it. It starts with a V, and it's a dog that's like a German Shepherd. It's not an easy name to pronounce. Before I tell you the story, I'll find out the name of the dog. But they're often used in the military and the police. And it was a bomb-sniffing dog that saved me from being totally permanently scared of dogs. It's a pretty interesting story. Anyway, that's an example of people that I help through the hypnotherapy. And I do psychic sessions, psychic coaching with or without the runes. And you can always reach me with questions and prices on my through email. Just email me, and it's right below my email. So announcement, with a little help from my tutor, I'm going to go live on Saturday, October 7th for the first time because I'm coming up on my 3-year anniversary of having this YouTube channel. I always like to do something. And then a little later, check the community section because I have a bunch of hats that I don't wear anymore that I realized some people would really like them. And I'm putting them on eBay, but I'm gonna break down all these hats. Like, what do I wear? 1, 2, 3. So I guess I have 4 right now. But I've got the 51st Annual Emmy Awards. I have Ally McBeal. I have the Screen Actors Guild Awards and the Screen Actors Guild Awards. So I'm selling them for $25 because they're collector's items. And I have more, but I'm keeping some for myself. But I'll put that on the community section in case anybody wants to purchase one of these. But they are going to go on eBay, and who knows, they really might sell quickly. All right, weekly runes are actually good, okay? But the first rune is a little bit of a cautionary tale. So when I pulled it yesterday, I went, oh, okay. And then the other 2 runes just came out really nicely. All right, so it's the warrior rune, our first rune. And this is the warrior in the reversed position, okay? So this is the guidance. And my screen blew up again. Sorry about that. It's really going nuts today. It's the spiritual warrior reverse. So the danger is that through hasty, ill-timed action, life force that has fulfilled its span may be short-lived. Okay, so something may come to an end. I can't tell yet whether this warrior reversed is for like you and I, Democrats or liberals, independents, or it has to do with the GOP. So let's just see how this reading goes. But it does say, do not grieve. Whatever the loss is, whatever the change is, it could be someone leaving. Just opening up my left ear. So it does tell us matters of trust and confidence are at issue here. And they speak to the authenticity of our way of being in the world. So, matters of trust and confidence are an issue right now, politically. We've got, one party, for the most part, trying to be very authentic, and the other party is really like thieves and scoundrels. It tells us, this rune advises, examine your motives carefully. Is it self-conquest you are seeking, or are you trying to dominate another? Well, that feels like the GOP, right? Are you trying to dominate? Because, man, they want world domination, basically, or American domination. And it warns, be careful about lusting after an outcome. Consider doing the task for the task's sake. You will find the answers within yourself, not in outside advice. This is a little mysterious. I'm going to grant you that. But being the rest of the reading, I'm not worried. This is just a little advice. And it actually may illuminate later today with whatever news comes up. All right, now we get to joy. Joy. Upright. Positive. Joy. Joy is it's the rune called Wunjo, Wunjo. It's about joy and light, and we need joy and light, don't we? It is a fruit-bearing branch. Speaks of happiness, of things finally coming together. And you know what just came in? That gag order for Trump is going to come through, because we're going to go yay. That just came through right now, and that's how it happens to me. Wunjo speaks of the culmination of the phase of learning and growth. When Wunjo appears in your casting, you can be assured that a positive result that brings joy in your heart is in the offing. So, we have, oh my God, who is that attorney with the glasses when they served a subpoena on his house and he came out in shorts? Oh, I think he's going to lose his law license this week. A number of things that are going to make us happy, but one of the things is, we'll continue on. This rune is emblematic of a new clarity and understanding for you in your current situation. It tells that you have the presence and connection with your inner self and who you are to be able to do whatever it is you choose. So there's a lot of strength behind this. And any decisions that the Democrats in the House or the Senate make, or things that they, deliver, that's not the word I'm looking for, but present, okay, that's the word I'm looking for, are actually very positive. All right, so there's some good energy behind the GOP, and maybe even you and I this coming week. It says that this makes our plans and goals in alignment with each other. So I think there's some good news for us this week, and I really think that gag order thing is going to go through. Now, do I think it's really going to work? I'm very doubtful. Here's the reason. Trump has no self-regulation. It's kind of a psych term, where he cannot regulate himself. Where most of us can go, oh, I want to just, tell that person off, but it wouldn't be a good idea because they owe me money or something like that. So more stuff is coming. This is going to be an interesting week. Now, it does advise, Joy, incorporate all the new learnings that you now have, because we keep getting better. We keep kind of learning how to operate, even fight. And it says you are ready to open your arms and your emotions to some joy. This is pretty big. It's like a little bit of a mystery, but it really feels good. It's indicative of socializing and meeting new people. I need to socialize more. I need to meet new people, so I can relate to that. Some of it is up to me to do that, not just wait for it to happen. This also heralds perhaps new romance. Okay, that's not really political, but I didn't cut it out of here, so I'm sharing that with you. And all my tarot for September is about romance. It's hilarious. So new romance, maybe for you too, who knows? But it's going to be very enjoyable. Also, joy, Wunjo, has happy meanings in the business world. It indicates that a partnering, which is going to be really interesting for the next rune, do not go away, a partnering of some kind in the business arena will bring rewards and advancement. And now I can't wait to share with you the final rune, movement. So this is just going back. Happy in the business world indicates that a partnering of some kind in the business arena will bring rewards. So then we get movement, which is about partnership. And the movement it relates to the horse, okay? Ehwaz, EHWAZ. And it is directly connected to the horse, the importance of the horse. So movement is the message here. This is the rune of transit, transition, and physical shifts, new dwelling places, new attitudes, or new life. Get your stuff together. Get moving on that project before you miss the opportunity. Accept the path, even if the stairs seem steep. You will accomplish them. Now, I'm going to stop right here because it reminds me of joy. And I really feel that this gag order on Trump is a big deal because it's movement. It'll make a lot of people happy, even if he fails, which he probably will, okay? But partnership, there could be something interesting, but there's movement this week, okay? That's good. So get your stuff together, get moving on that project before you miss the opportunity. That is so what's going on with me right now, me personally, moving on my projects, really getting busy. Accept the path, even if the stairs seem steep, okay? Do it anyway. You will accomplish them. There is a gradual development and steady progress through numerous shifts. Good news, bad news, frustrating news, better news. So there is a saying from this rune: as I cultivate my own nature, all else follows. So it is telling us we have progressed far enough to feel a measure of safety. And if I look at politics, if I look at world events, if we look at a year ago, the stuff that's happening legally was simply not happening a year ago. So we can see the movement, we can feel the movement. And with this gag order, which just keeps coming up for me, Judge Chutnick has an opportunity to move the trial closer, like maybe in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because it'll blunt Trump's momentum of lying. All right. So she may just, oh yeah, well, let's just get this trial going and it's going to shut you up. So I have a feeling about that. And so it says, face the future and be prepared, reassured, and share good fortune. So let's just take a little deep breath and understand we will always be getting difficult news, like the AG in Texas, who is such a dirty criminal, Paxton. He got acquitted of all kinds of fraudulent charges. It's outrageous, okay? But he is facing other charges. Okay, so it's not the perfect end of the road for him. But that's an example of frustrating news. I'll talk about this tomorrow, but Lauren Boebert's, almost having sex in a movie theater with children and a pregnant woman and vaping is just icky, and who knows what that's going to bring up. But there's just stuff we're not going to like, so don't expect perfection ever. But this is good energy for this week, and I'm gonna stick to it. All right, I'm gonna hold fast to it. And because I didn't get to good evidence with your last, with my last show presentation, and we were just coming off of 9/11. So this is about 9/11. This is a good evidence story about 9/11, and I'm just pretty much reading it from the article. It's not long at all. So a man named, it's about 9/11, okay? A man named Michael Hingson, Hingson, was in Tower 1 of the World Trade Center on the morning of September 11th. And what sets his story apart is that Mr. Hingson is blind and was guided safely by his guide dog, Roselle. She saved his life. They were on the 78th floor when the plane hit. Despite the chaos, Roselle remained calm, leading Hingson and several other people down 1,463 steps to their safety. That descent down the stairs, which Roselle led, the descent took about an hour. And just moments after they exited the building, Tower 2 collapsed, covering them in debris, but they survived. They got out. So Hingson's story became widely known as an extraordinary tale of trust, teamwork, and the human-animal bond, which is unbelievable, mysterious. And he later wrote a memoir called Thunder Dog, detailing his experience. So, my God, what an amazing story. And I wanted to share it with you because 9/11, another anniversary of 9/11 happened. And then something happened to me last week. I had an appointment in Beverly Hills it was for a consultation for something, and it's a very expensive shopping area, enclave on Rodeo Drive. Everything is expensive at this place. So I'd never been there before. I got there, and there was like one of those glass elevators that are outside that you can see going up and down, because this is a 3 or 4 story complex outdoors. And so I stood there and I pressed the button, and it was broken. It wouldn't open, and there was a woman much older than I standing there, and we went, ugh. So I went walking, trying to find how to get upstairs to this office that I was looking for. And it was hot. It was like about 94 degrees, and I'm walking around, and it's hot, and it's like 11 in the morning, so it's really getting hot. And I come back to the elevator, and there's a gentleman who looks like he works for the complex, and this elderly woman, much elderly. And they said, no, it's working. And we got on the elevator, the three of us. The elevator door closed, and the elevator did not move. It was stuck again. And the sun was beaming in to the glass. It was hot, hot, hot. There was no ventilation in the elevator. And I started pouring sweat, because that's what I do when I get that kind of anxiety. And I'm telling you, it's running down my face, my chest, my back. And I went into kind of a form of shock. I recognize it because of what I do, where I just kept repeating the same phrase over and over. I just kept saying, this isn't good. This is very bad. This is very bad. I mean, I was in some kind of an altered state. Well, the gentleman was an engineer for the complex, and he had a walkie-talkie, and he said, it's okay, I'm going to get us out of here in 2 minutes. I'm going to get us out of here. It's okay. And he da-da-da-da, his walkie-talkie, and we got out of there. I was sweating bullets. I was dehydrated. I was panicked, and I was breathing heavily, and then I calmed down. So the good evidence about this story is that the engineer was in the elevator. Okay, so anyway, just wanted to share that. It was really something. And then I have quotes. This is by Albert Einstein, and he was so quirky. Everybody is a genius, he said, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. So it's kind of a complicated quote, but I think it's meaning, if you're meant to do something and you do it well, you're going to do it well. But if you've never swam, if you've never climbed a tree, you're going to feel inept. Everybody is a genius, he says. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. So just think about that for a little bit. Now, the next quote feels pertinent to what's going on right now in our world, in this country, and I have used it before, but I think it's uplifting, and I think it's important. And it is by Mahatma Gandhi, okay? Remember that all throughout history, there have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Always. He added, always. So I want you to take that to heart as you watch our politics and what's going on in our country, and just lean into they always fail, okay? Lean into they always fail. Lead into the joy. Lead into the movement. It's good stuff this week. So I'm coming back with all kinds of gnarly politics tomorrow, my left ear. So I'll see you tomorrow. Make a peace. Make good memories. And be nice. Okay, see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.